In this video, we're going to explore the Supporter and Professional Edition feature set of the All-in-One System Rescue Toolkit 2026 version. You will need a Patreon account to access the subscription features, and you will need either a Supporter Edition or Professional Edition tier of membership. The Community Edition is free for everybody. You do not need a Patreon account to access the All-in-One System Rescue Toolkit Community Edition features. If you want to use the Supporter or Professional Edition features, you will need a Patreon account and you will need to log into the toolkit. In addition, we are using a flash drive version of the toolkit, and that creates this config.aio file. This file contains your Patreon information and additional quality of life features that allow you to save your session so you can use the toolkit offline and have those additional features available. If you are running the toolkit from DVD or ISO, you will not have that config.aio file automatically save. So be aware you will need to log into Patreon every single time unless you are running it from a flash drive. So here we're going to build the flash drive version within Windows that will save that config.aio file, and then we will boot the live environment and take a look at our configured settings. So the first step is we're going to log into our Patreon account, this button here. I'm already logged into Patreon and I already have the Professional Edition subscription level. So now that we've logged into Patreon, we can see that our tier is Professional Edition here, and we can see we have an active patron status, and everything is turned green, so we can now configure the toolkit. For this demonstration, we're going to be setting up Sarah's IT shop. I'm going to choose this theme, and the product name we will call Sarah's IT shop. So we'll notice the toolkit name changes to Sarah's IT shop. Let's go ahead and configure her URL. And the URL is applied. And we'll go ahead and set up ads. For the purpose of this demonstration, I have prepared a splash screen and wallpaper custom. So the splash screen is simply a QR code that goes to my website. And the wallpaper is this here. This is for the live environment. So we're going to go ahead and load this splash screen here. And load the wallpaper here. So now that we have these configured, let's close the toolkit and run it again. We'll immediately notice Sarah's IT shop has dropped a link on the desktop. This goes to sarahsitshop.com. If you do not set a URL, you will not get a link here. If you do set a URL, you will get a link dropped on the desktop. So we'll notice once the toolkit loads up, it already has our theme. Again, that is coming from this config.aio file. Here's our splash screen. This is not a real website, so it doesn't show anything. So now we have Sarah's IT shop configured. Let's say she is a team lead and would like to distribute several copies of this flash drive to her team. She can lock the branding here. And once the branding is locked, then none of these items can be changed by her team. So she has control over the branding of the toolkit, and now this can be handed to a team member and they can use the features unlocked by Patreon. I have set up the toolkit so that it can be used with a single Patreon account among a whole team. So only one Patreon account is needed. It can be run from a shared drive on the network, and it can also be run from a USB. If you build several USBs, you will need to configure each USB before you distribute them to your team. But once they're configured, you can hand it over and you have control over the branding, and your team members will not be able to make changes to the branding. So now that we've got our branding locked in, it will require a Patreon account to log in to change, and we'll take a look at that in the live environment. So now we've booted into the live environment from the USB, and we can see we've got our theme as well as our custom desktop wallpaper, our custom splash screen, and our custom ads URL here. We'll also notice that we are locked, so we are not able to make any changes. You do need to use Windows or Linux to configure the toolkit on the USB because the live environment is designed to be read-only on purpose. So let's take a look at some of the custom tools that are built into the toolkit. All of them will be branded Sarah's IT shop, as well as the theme that's applied. Sarah's IT shop Clam AV scanner. There's IT Shop Crash Viewer, disk usage, secure erase. So all the tools that are my custom tools will be branded as well, so you can have a professional look while you use the toolkit, and you can distribute it to your workforce with only one Patreon account needed per organization. Now that we are back on this Windows environment, we're going to take a look at the autoFIX feature. This requires the Supporter Edition. It does not require Professional Edition. So if you have Supporter Edition or Professional Edition, you will be able to use autoFIX. For this demonstration, we're going to use automatic tasks only, and we'll click Start, and I will speed up the video so you can see what that looks like. Once autoFIX completes, you can take a look at the log files. It's also recommended to reboot the computer in case you ran a disk test or memory test. We also get an export of the network discovery, Wi-Fi analyzer, disk usage, as well as the other custom tools in the toolkit.